who cares wins. Am I alone in being frustrated on an almost daily basis when dealing with suppliers? I'm convinced that the who cares attitude is spreading like an epidemic. Let me give you a quick rundown of just one of this week's fiascos in my eBay business to demonstrate what I mean. A package from one of my suppliers was overdue for delivery from one of the well-known courier companies, even though the tracking showed that it had been sitting on a shelf in the local depot for several days. Now, I live in a reasonable-sized city, Salt Lake City, in fact, which has a decent-sized population and infrastructure. Heck, there's even an IKEA here, and there ain't many of those across the United States. So I'm not talking about somewhere like Barstow here. Anyway, so I get on the phone with the customer service advisor who tells me that they only deliver on certain days of the week. I'm serious. Apparently, however, I am permitted to trudge the 15 miles out there to collect the package if I want it before they were ready to find a slot in their seemingly random delivery schedule. So I considered pursuing the line of reasoning that since I'd paid for 2-day shipping, I'd kind of hoped that I'd see it within 2 days of ordering, but I thought better of it. I didn't want to appear unreasonable or demanding. Instead, I bit my tongue and dutifully trotted off down to the depot and stood my turn in line until I was permitted to utter my request. So not much to do while waiting other than eavesdrop on a phone conversation between a customer and a support rep, support in inverted commas. Obviously, I couldn't hear the customer's end of the conversation, but fortunately in this instance, the representative seemed to have a habit of repeating the caller almost verbatim, which under normal circumstances would have been very irritating. Anyway, I digress. This is how the conversation went. So you're saying that the driver threw the box over the fence, is that right? The customer replied. Well, obviously I wasn't there, but I'm sure he just wanted to make sure the package was hidden from the view of any passers-by. The customer replied again. Oh, you're saying the fence is 7 foot high? The customer replies. And the antique set was smashed? That happens a lot. I hope it was insured. Well, I'm not making this up. I wish I was. At that point in the conversation, listening to that conversation, I was feeling absolutely thrilled that I'd escaped with only having to go outside in the freezing cold in the middle of winter and drive 15 miles. It was a relief to know that I'd intercepted the sequence of doom before my box had got to the throwing over the fence part. Well, I did get my box, and little did it know that it had been spared the physical trauma that apparently was a standard feature of this particular courier company. I didn't even throw the box away after emptying its contents, because it seemed cruel. The box needed protecting. Well, I'm actually deadly serious about the lesson here. Customer service is such a rare commodity that it's in danger of becoming extinct. This is ridiculous. Let's face it, the times when we experience great service with a smile are now so rare that we tell everybody, and they're suitably impressed to hear it. So, if providing outstanding customer service and keeping customers happy is a high priority for you and your staff, you'll immediately put your business a giant leap ahead of all your competitors. That's what's happened to me in my eBay consultancy. It's such a ridiculously simple principle to comprehend, but sadly many more overlook it than get it. Be one of the ones who gets it. Give it time, and your business will explode over the long term. I guarantee it. If you liked this article and you'd like to know more about how to use eBay as a marketing tool for your business, grab the special pack of training materials I've put together for free at www.sendmyfreegift.com.